Hello traders, welcome to the beginning of the week for the Monday forecast and trade recap. Here is EU, which is our first pair to analyze as usual, and this one did have a nice push up, but it ended with a huge wick. So I wanted to see a range to look for a trade. I wanted to see something like this, but instead we got an aggressive retrace. We got sort of a V reversal right now. So for me, this doesn't fit my plan anymore. I'm just waiting for the break of the low or a break of the high. But this is signaling us that maybe a trend will start. This is looking good. Overall, it's not looking range bound. So what I'm expecting to see that nice trend to the upside, and then I would be happy to look for trades, any sort of a continuation pattern. So a break and retest or a flag, or maybe a reversal from an ascending, reversal from a descending. So how would that look like? Well, it would look like an ascending and then a reversal like this. And I'm looking for the same thing to a downside. So maybe a nice trend to start, or maybe a nice descending structure that would be clean, and then a nice clean reversal. Why? Because the price action looks to be in a trending phase. And when we are in a trending phase, we need to look for trades. I mean, we don't need to, but that is when we make our profits. And then we need to sit tight when the market is range bound. So let's see if we get some nice high probability entries. We still do need to follow the plan. And the beginning of the week, I am a lot more patient and looking for only those high probability setups. Euro and the Japanese yen has also had a push up. So we had this impulse to the upside, but it ended with a huge wick to the upside and an aggressive retrace, sort of a V reversal right here, which is a warning sign. And I'm currently also looking for the break of the low or the break of the high. I'm not looking for absolutely any trades in this area, especially since it is beginning of the week. So let's see if this will continue up. Let's take a look at the overall price action. Well, it looks like we had a really nice clean trend prior. Then we had this sort of a consolidation pattern, pausing pattern, and now we are kind of moving away from that structure. So as I said, let's see if this will continue with the overall uptrend. Then we know to look for trades, or if this will reverse, give us a downtrend. Then we know to also look for trades, but for sells. Also looking for an ascending, then a reversal, or a nice descending, and a nice reversal to the upside like this. So that will be it for EJ. Nothing really more to say. We can switch now to AU, so Aussie and US dollar. Let's see what this one is telling us. So we had this push up, aggressive retrace. I was not looking for any trades after this V reversal range, and now we pushed up, broke and retraced. This is showing us a range bound market in this particular area because of this break and retrace, but the overall price action does look clean. I am seeing momentum up. So this like momentum up, and then again momentum up, but a break and retrace, which tells us to be a bit more patient. So what I'm looking for this to continue up, to get some nice trades further up, or maybe show us a clean ascending and then a high probability reversal to downside, or maybe a downtrend, some sort of maybe a descending and then a reversal to the upside. So kind of I'm looking for the same thing on all of the pairs. They are currently ranging, but maybe they're preparing for a nice move. AJ, so we got a push up, a nice push up, 2 candle break, but we got 3 wicks to the upside, and we have 3 large wicks to the upside and an aggressive retrace right here. This to me is an aggressive retrace. So I'm waiting for the break of the low and the break of the high, as on all of the pairs. We got also a big gap, but it's now filled, so we can ignore that. And what I'm waiting for is a break up and then a nice uptrend. Any sort of a continuation pattern in that uptrend I will consider, and if it fits my plan I will take, because as I said, the market is showing me that it wants to trend. It is just kind of consolidating maybe, and beginning of the week it kind of market is still sleeping. So we need to wait for a bit more. As I said, reversals don't really work on this pair in my opinion. There was one reversal right here, which ended up being around for a break even. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, that reversals don't, when they work out, they don't really bring that much percentage, so, but usually they fail. So I'm being a lot more careful and patient. I don't want to be taking any sort of valid setups, especially since I'm doing a challenge and I have a live account trying to climb out of drawdown. So I'm being really careful what fits my plan and what doesn't. So yeah, for this one, I'm looking for this to continue up, show me some nice trades to the upside. If it does reverse, I will look for a large impulse and then a nice trend to the downside. For the pound, so we have sort of got an ascending structure. We also got a huge, I mean not a huge, but a big gap. So we got something like this of an ascending structure, and looks like we are getting a reversal to the downside in this candle. I don't trade reversals on this pair, not any reversal. I'm just taking continuations, and I'm taking them when I see a clear trend. So for example, this would be a good setup, but it didn't tag us in when we got this push, one candle pullback, continuation, and then this candle just missed us, but it would be a good trade. I did have an order on. So that's the only thing I'm looking for, is large momentum, a pullback, and then a continuation, which in this case we are not getting. We are just getting crappy price action reversing, and I'm looking for a large push up, then an entry, or maybe if this reverses, for a downtrend and then a nice break and retest. Really simple on this pair. NJ, we do have this push up. Let's see the overall price action. We have got a uptrend before, then we got this consolidation in this general area, lots of range bound price action, lots of ascending channels going into descending channels, and you can really see how it ranges. Then this broke up, but with a weak break. We got large double wicks on the top, and we got an aggressive retrace. So for this one, I'm just waiting for the break of the high, which is here, or the break of the low, which is right here. Let's see if this will continue with an uptrend. Then I'm looking for a flag or a break and retest. Or if we get a large downtrend, I'm looking to sell. So I would rather see a nice uptrend. That would kind of fit my plan a bit more. And that would be it for the forecast. So beginning of the week, this is usual price action. We have got some impulses, but they ended with large wicks and an aggressive retrace, which is a sign for a no trade for me. I'm waiting for them to continue up or reverse, and then we can see if we get some nice entries. So that would be it, and I will see you guys tomorrow in the next forecast and trade recap.